Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Just as a disclaimer, I'm not great at voiceovers, so bear with me as I keep trying to do this. As you could probably tell, I'm not that great at it even right now, because this is the very beginning of the very first voiceover I'll ever do on a video. So just please bear with me as I attempt to make this right. So in this video, I'm going to be drawing my very first spider Sona. He's not really a Sona per se, because he's not me, but he's more like an OC, I guess. But, let's just call him a spider Sona for the sake of this video. So, let's just get into the speed paint. So, my spider Sona, he was actually an OC that I made back when the very first Spiderverse came out. I think back in 2018, if I'm correct. And he was a really weird guy. Like, I don't even know what I was doing back then. All my previous designs, we don't really talk about them. They're pretty ugly, and I was so bad at drawing during that time, and I mean, I've gotten better, and I love looking back at old art because of that, but let's just focus on the now, can't we? So at first, I was gonna draw this in a printable, like, vertical format, but I decided to add more doodles later on, so I decided to make all of the doodles smaller into a horizontal format, because I love doodling. It's super fun, especially when redesigns and character sheets like this. I just love it. So right here I'm attempting to draw a pose for Kenny, but I had a lot of struggles with this. I could not get it right. It took me probably half an hour to get this pose to the way I wanted it. See, I am undoing these legs like 40,000 times because I could not get them right. Same with that arm. I was getting so frustrated, I was about to like yeet my iPad across the room or something. But around right here was where I found proportions that I really liked, and I started to get somewhere with this. And this pose was eventually what I came up with, as I really enjoyed it. Don't mind the little tiny head in the corner. That'll get more details eventually, but I just redo things quite a bit. But that's okay. If you redo things, that's okay. See right here, that's where I add his hair finally. And don't get too attached to this doodle because it doesn't end up staying. It's in my regular style, but I eventually change it to one of my more detailed styles right here. And I saved that doodle up in the corner for something else. I'll probably redraw it later. But I like this style better for this character sheet. So I'm just going to keep it right here. So a little bit about Kenny. So Kenny, he is 18 years old. And he has a twin brother named Keith. And they have a really strong twin bond compared to other twins. So it's really strong that when Kenny got bit by the spider, Keith got the powers too, even though he wasn't bit by the spider. So basically it's like I don't even know what to call it, telekinesis, whatever. It goes between their brains. So Keith thinks he has the powers too, but in reality Kenny has them, but it's just through their twin bond that they can both have them. So when Kenny goes into a different dimension to visit his girlfriend Becca, which is my friend's Spider-Man character, Keith can protect the city block at home and no one will notice because he basically has the same powers. So a little bit about Kenny's powers, or both of their powers, I guess. They differ depending on if he's in daylight or moonlight. So daylight makes him fire resistant, gives him lots of energy to jump real far. And the moonlight gives him the ability to glow in the dark or become invisible, but in the dark he has no fire resistance. So his hair also turns white and blue in the moonlight, as well as a suit he got designed for him. So his suit and his hair change color. So that's just a little bit about Kenny here. This is Light Spider, and the night he's Night Spider, and I'll do a character sheet for him as well. That's just a little bit about Kenny and Keith, and that little one with the ghost on the shoulder, that's my friend's OC Monstar, I think that's how you say it. She's Bemkim Draws on Instagram, so go check her out, she's awesome. Alright, so now here I'm moving on to the line art. There's not much to say about the line art, except I'm just lining it, I guess. But yeah, I actually really like line art. I think it's super fun. I enjoy it. Sometimes it is tedious. It's kind of annoying. So, but it's relaxing because I already have the sketches done. I could just relax and do something fun. And put on a movie or something, put on music, not have to worry about anything. Also, all these words are going to change. I'm going to bring back different sayings because I don't really like any of these ones. So, yeah, Kenny loves popcorn. He's eating popcorn in the corner. He loves hanging upside down. He loves rollerblading because his rollerblades can actually stick to the wall too as he rollerblades. And his brother loves to skateboard, so he skateboards. A little more. I changed his logo because I really like this logo a lot better than the other one because I really hated that one. So, I guess we're just going to go with that. And this background took a little bit to do. I'm not doing the background yet, but the webbing, it's not going to stay black. I decided to change it to white later on because I like how much contrast that gives. So when designing a character, try to give him as much contrast as you can and try not to make things blend in too much. So that's where I'm going there. See, right here is when I'm undoing all the blacks and I'm changing them all to white. I was going to do alpha lock and change it to white that way, but it was all in one layer on accident, so I had to undo it all and just do it all again. That's a pain. Make sure you're on the right layer. Kenny also has dyed hair in this one. I never dyed his hair before, but I really liked it. Really like how it looked here with the rest of his design. And I'm doing the shading. I do like a light orange red on multiply for shading, and I really like how it looks. It really looks great. And I like to put a little bit of a white outline for highlights because I think that really looks good. So, yeah, not much to say about the highlights, just putting white lines on them. Here's all the words. As you can see, I changed all the words. He drank water instead of eating breakfast. That's even better. And he didn't take the trash out. He's very irresponsible, but he's a great superhero. And he loves his hair. He's obsessed with it. He doesn't want anyone to touch it or they will get extreme pain. So, that was the end of this. Thank you everyone for watching and for being a part of this video. And please tell me any other videos you'd like to see in the future. And I hope everyone has a great day and a great rest of their week. See ya!